Welcome to part 3 of our CloudLogin.Dev Playmaker integration demo. In part 1, we learned to register and log in a user. In part 2, we learned how to set a custom attribute. In part 3, we're going to learn how to adjust and save the score of the user as well as the credits of the user. So let's jump back into my demo scene here from the Playmaker integration, and let's go ahead and run the scene so we can see what's happening. All right, I'm going to go ahead and log in. All right, and so whenever I log in the demo scene, it's instantly taken me to this player profile canvas I created. So here's my custom character attribute. If we go look in CloudLogin.Dev, we can see that my character attribute is a cat, and that's why I have a cat being displayed here. I have all sorts of other cool stuff here that I want to focus. Well, I guess we can take a look at it. So here I just have it displaying my user profile. And how did I do that? So here on my player profile, we have our set player photo. So it's just getting the CloudLogin.Dev attribute, and it's got a string switch where if that attribute is cat, then it's going to activate my cat character. And if it's dog, it's going to activate my dog character. And then we have our profile data. And so over here we have our username, our login, last login, score, credits. So what I'm doing is I have an action called CloudLogin.Dev get user info. And so I'm getting it just gets all the user's info from CloudLogin.Dev. Basically just getting all this stuff right here. And so I just store that. So I store the username. I'm not storing is signed in. Not really sure why I would use that because, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you can think of a use case, but you can get if the user's signed in or not. Number of logins, getting the last login and current score and current credits. And somehow I have it actually posting on the screen somewhere. I don't know where I'm doing that at. Somewhere I'm doing that. It's displayed on there. You can find it. That's not the purpose of this demo. The purpose of this demo is we want to take a look at how we can add score and credits, because right now the user has 0 score and 0 credits. So we're going to look at the score first. Very simple way to do this. So I have an add 10 points button. If I click on it, boom, 10 more points are added to the user. And in fact, it instantly goes up to the cloud. So if I refresh the profile in the cloud, I now have 10 score. If I want to set my score to 100, set score. Now my score is reflecting here as 100, and I can go up to the cloud and show that indeed my score is updated to 100. So how did we do that? Very easy. So we don't need profile data. So we have our add score button. So it just waits for you to click the add 10 points button, and I just have it that it just goes and adds 10 points. You can make this anything you want. You can make it a variable. And it's just using the action I created called CloudLogin.Dev add score. Very simple. And then it just updates it on the canvas. In fact, just to make sure it's always working, I have it for the demo scene is actually going up and getting the score and then bringing it back down and placing it. Because I'm adding 10 points, but maybe I've already added 10 points several times. So I don't want to just set the score to 10 because I'm already at 100. So now I add 10 more. And so what it does is I don't have to save it in my scene, although you could do that. You could, at the very beginning of your scene, get your score and then just keep adding to that and then not save the score to the cloud until like the scene's over. So many different ways you can utilize these actions. But what it's doing is it's getting the user info again. It's getting all of it. I don't have an action, I think, to get just the score, but I can make one if anybody ever wants one. But I do have an action to get just the credits. And so it gets all this info, but I only save the score piece because that's all I'm going to be posting. And then it just posts on the canvas, updates the score here. So let's look at, also another use case for setting the score is like if your player dies, maybe you can get your score and they lose like half of it. So you can like get the score and then you can do a divide and then convert to an int, round up, set score. Or maybe they die and they just lose all their score. So 0, set score. Oh no, all our score's gone. And if we come over here and we refresh, score's down to 0. All right, but let's take a look at credits. So to take a look at credits, we're gonna go into my shop scene. Ignore the shop for now. We'll cover that in the next episode. So you can see I currently have 0 credits. This works the exact same way as the score. Click add 10 credits, I get 10 credits. I can set my credits to 100, sets it to 100. If I come back over here and refresh, like you look at the credits, boom, we have 100 credits now. And this works the exact same way. If I come to my add credits button, it's just waiting for the button to be clicked, and then I have it add the number of credits I want to add, and then it gets the credit count. Notice that I'm just using the get credits rather than the whole get user profile data. And then I just build a string to display the data here. Set credits, just like we set the score. Okay, it gets the value from this input field. And when we click the set credits button, it posts it up to the cloud using CloudLogin.Dev set credits, and then it displays it on the screen there. All right. Oh, and before it displays it, it asks to go up into the cloud and get the credit count again so that it can display it. Really easy to use actions, so many different ways you can utilize them. I'm looking forward to hearing how some of you are using this. All right, I think that pretty much wraps us up for this episode. So take a look at part 4, where we're going to get into the store and how to manage store items. See you next time.